Mr. Marwan?
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
I was asking, let's say in case you discovered that some money has been drawn from your bank account through your credit card or whatever, that you have been victimized. Who do you report this to? Do you talk to the bank? Do you talk to the police? Who do you report
there
to?
is a hotline. There is a hotline. A hotline advertised on any website related to the bank. And that's for stolen cars or for any suspicious transactions. So whenever you call that hotline number, you will get a response on a 24 hours time. I mean, it's open 24 hours, and it doesn't matter if you are in the UK or you are traveling in any country around the globe. You can still phone that phone number and tell them that you lost your card or you suspect a fraudulent transaction, and the bank will take an action straight away. And if it's proven that it's a fraudulent transaction, you will get a full refund of all the money has been taken from your account or it's been taken from your credit card. And that's again, I mean, because all the transactions within the UK and Europe are insured, and if it's proven that the company are selling you the products are fraudulent company, they will incur a charge back. For the overseas fraudulent transactions, the banks at the moment in the United Kingdom, they are taking responsibility voluntarily. It's not compulsory for them to do that. They are taking it voluntarily. And for if I use my credit card, I will get a refund. But if I use my debit card abroad, I don't get a refund. Only if I use it within the UK or Europe.
Thank you very much.
Basically, as a consumer, I'm not affected at all with all what's happening in the outside world, even though my responsibility as a customer to be aware and to keep in mind
practice
that
safe
there
practices.
Are lots of criminals out there waiting for me to just make a mistake and
take the chance
and take all precautions. I'm a 16 years old boy.
Thank you very much, Mr. Afif. And let me turn now to Mr. طلعت. Is having a hotline such as the one that we have heard about part of a plan, or are we going to have a hotline like this, for example, here in Saudi Arabia, so that people can report any such cases?
Definitely, each of the banks, the Saudi 12 banks, they have a hotline, they have a customer service. That's an, around the clock, if you will. If a customer loses his credit card, and one in fact of our messages very clear. If in a case you lose your credit card or your ATM card, you have to report immediately. What usually happens, the customer takes a day, 2 days, 3 days, and he runs a risk for that, because anybody could pick up that card and could misuse that card for 1, 2, 3 days, and then instead of losing, say, 5,000 Saudi riyal, you could use 15 or multiple of that figure. So as Mr. Marwan has mentioned rightly so, you have to really report and help yourself as a customer to avoid being a victim, God forbid, for fraudulent operation. This is one. Second, I think Mr. Marwan has mentioned a very important thing. Most of the people now, they transact online. They don't go to the shopping malls or whatever. And this is where we advise our customers, in fact, to use what's called an internet credit card. And this basically internet card, it's a low limit card, probably 500 US, 1,000 whatever, that really would allow you to transact within a limit. So worst scenario case, if that number, if basically you dealt within something not legitimate, online, that possible that what you could use, maximum lose, is 500, not the full amount of the credit card. Also, one of our messages is to know whom you're dealing with.
Of course.
When you use, online, whatever.
So you deal with trust.
You have to trustworthy, in fact, hotels, car rentals, whatever, bookstore, whatever. You have to really be careful whom you are dealing with. And this is why in Saudi banks, one of the efforts we have to fight and to battle, if you will, with anti-money laundering and what have you, what we call the KYC. KYC basically is know your customer. So each customer that we're dealing with, whether being an individual or a corporate, we have to really know upfront where the money is coming from, and is he legitimate, not legitimate, and so on and so forth. Just basically to make sure that the money is channeling through the banking system is a clean money, not like what Dr. Sultan has mentioned.
In the last four probably minutes that are being left for us.
Can I comment on, I think...
of course, but I would like you also to, in your commentary, to tell us a little bit about the legal aspect of this. Do we have, for example, laws and regulations? Do we have, for example, courts of law that once we have spotted any case like that, it is their job to handle?
I think, I think I mentioned that there is a law and in Pakistan and legislation requiring criminalizing terrorist finance activities, also with the money laundering. But you know, I think the goal of this campaign, I think, you asked question, you know, and about what's the difference between the first phase
and the second
phase. I think the first phase, I think I know Mr. طلعت, he knows that they are evaluated the first phase and to see what's the weakness and what's the strengths of the but I think the goal is to minimize the risk, but not to eliminate the risk as مساعد.
Scientifically speaking,
but also to increase the awareness of the people.
It's an ongoing fight,
and also to increase the awareness of the people about how to use wisely the internet and the any credit card. As you know, Mr. طلعت said, you have to get a low credit, a low limit. You know, so it's I think I have it. I do have it now. It's just it's almost.
I hope you got it after the campaign.
But I've never shopping on the internet because for many reasons, you know. But Mr. Marwan, what he said that they will just inside the United Kingdom, the hotline, and Europe. But how about the other? If someone, you know,
if you're traveling abroad,
and you get so this is another problem. So are they going to compensate, you know, me, or just I'm going to lose my money?
But you still could call your bank in Kingdom, and your bank definitely will help you, since the credit card is issued from a local bank, so they can help at least to freeze and to stop and to, you know, the card, so the card will not be validated for you know, more transactions, if you will.
Right. I think if you would like to discuss that topic, we can just. I mean, I've got a number of exactly. I have a number of questions which I would have liked to have discussed with you if we had a bit more time. Maybe we can have and talk a little bit more in some details about this campaign. All that remains to me is to thank you very much for being with us, Mr. طلعت Hafez and Dr. Sultan Al-Angawi. I would like also to thank Ms. Abir Al-Hashimi, who was with us on the phone, and Mr. Marwan Al-Afif from London for being with us. Thank you very much for watching, and until we see you again next week, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.